I'm here today to show you how to make a nice, nutritious, healthy, tasty meal. All we're going to do is make a nice salmon and egg fried rice stir fry. Now, the benefit of this meal, it can be done in about 5 to 10 minutes with a little prior prep done before. So all we need is a few very tasty but fresh ingredients, okay? We'll start off with a nice bit of red pepper, give it a nice bit of sweet tasteness and a lovely bit of colouring. We're just going to slice and dice this up. Like so, nice and thin, what we call in the restaurant trade, el julienne. And we're going to dice it down a little bit further. Okay, whack that on the plate, ready for in a minute. Okay, from there, we're going to add in a nice bit of spring onion. A couple of stems will do nicely. Take off the ends, sweet. And again, we're just going to slice them down. Lovely. We're going to add that to the peppers on a plate, ready for in a minute. Okay, what I'm going to use today is poached salmon steaks, okay? Preferably because it keeps the flavour in there nicely and it cooks it through nice and healthy and keeps a lot of nutrition there. So what I'm going to do now is drain and serve. Into the coriander. And also we're going to drain and serve some brown rice that I've pre-cooked here as well. Now the reason why we're using brown rice instead of white rice is brown rice is a slower release in carbohydrate. So it's going to release that energy into the body a little bit better than rather white rice, whereas white rice will be flying through an accelerated rate, spike your insulin levels, and then it will just in turn tell your body to store more fat. White rice has got its purpose, but usually just best used straight after training, within the first couple of hours. Otherwise, go with your brown carbs. So, we'll take this skin out. I cooked it with the skin on today, purely just to keep some of the natural fats in there. I'm using 150 grams of brown rice at cooked weight. Uncooked, that's 60 grams. With the salmon, I'm using 180 grams of poached salmon fillets. So, following that, we're then going to get a nice bit of olive oil, just a tablespoon. And here's a mighty tablespoon. And we're going to pop this into the wok, ready to fry up the vegetables. While we're waiting for the rice, the oil to heat up, I'm just going to chop some lovely broccoli tender stems here. I like to use these because A, we all like a good bit of green veg, but the benefit of a good bit of green veg is it's a natural estrogen blocker for the guys. For me, I like a good handful. So they're all good to go. Okay, the oil's heating up nicely, so we're going to add in our peppers and our spring onions. Give it a nice little waft around. It's ideal to use a wok because it actually helps contain a lot of the heat inside, so it cooks food a lot faster. Now once the preparation is done for a dish like this dish will only take 10 minutes to cook. Ideal for the working man who's got no time at all, or lady for that fact. Just going to give this a nice little flick around. That's lovely. Okay, we don't want to overcook that now, we want to keep as much flavour and nutrients in there as possible. Also, it's nice to have a nice bit of crunch from your vegetables, I feel. So from there, we're going to add in the salmon. On top of that, we're going to chuck in a nice bit of garlic granules from local Tesco's. Garlic is a really good herb to use, purely for the fact, with males, it helps promote testosterone. Add in a bit of the brown rice. This is one of my favourite seasonings I've just come across recently. It's made by Schwartz and it's for steak, but I found it tastes absolutely gorgeous chucked in with rice and fish. So I'm going to put a good helping of that on top and then give it all a flick around. Trying to keep the salmon steaks nice and chunky as to give it more flavour. Okay, Now's the point we can chuck in the tender stems. Pop them around. And what we're going to do to ensure that they get a good bit of cooking, we're going to add in a little more olive oil on top, preferably just a tablespoon. And again, move it around in the heat. Everything gets good covering and cooked thoroughly through. Broccoli can get overcooked very quickly. So we're literally just going to give it a minute or two in the pan. Moving everything constantly so that nothing burns. Time to serve. There we go. Now, as any good trainer should know, every grain of rice counts. So we'll leave none out. We'll just dress this up a little. And that is salmon fried rice.